Cindered shadows, return to me.
Where the heck are we?
Finally, you're all awake. Good morning, sleepyheads. Or is it a good evening?
Yuri, you scoundrel! You are unfit to speak to us, liar that you are!
Yeah, liar, blah blah. Nothing I haven't heard before.
Look, pal, enough beating around the bush. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Where's Elfric? And what the hell are you plotting?
Questions. You're wearing me out, Balthus. Fine then. I'll lay it out for you. Elfric intends to reenact the Rite of Rising. He's preparing everything as we speak.
What is this silly rite anyway? You trying to do some crazy magic to raise the dead or something?
Actually, yes. By offering up the blood of the 4 apostles in the chalice, you can bring someone back to life. Saint Saros performed the ritual 995 years ago, but not enough blood was given up. So the ritual was a bust. No clue what happened after that. That's what Elfric concluded after scouring the records anyway. And now, through extreme persistence, he's found and gathered the 4 of us, with our crests. He placed us under his direct supervision within the Ashen Wolf house, and he did all of it to ensure a successful ritual, the Rite of Rising.
You mean to say that he intends to drain our blood? To kill us? Such an act would be unforgivable, an atrocity! I cannot die in this wretched hovel!
Yeah, that sounds painful. And permanent. Count me out. Hang on. The number 4 includes you too, right? So you're gonna die too?
Yep, that's the idea.
And here I thought we were close. But all this time you've been skulking around, deceiving us. It hurts, boss. Hurts bad. You wanna die, that it? Fine. I'll kill you myself. Just stop that crafty nonsense of yours and face me, fist to fist.
Shut it. I've lived through hell and worse. After climbing my way here, you really think I want to die?
Then why throw your life away for the likes of Elfric?
Some things are more important than my own life. Some things are worth protecting.
You're not making any damned sense.
It would seem that you want to be punished severely, Yuri.
That's some sort of threat? There's not much you can do to me that hasn't already been done.
True. You took wing from the mud into which you were born, and rose to such great heights. To break your spirit would take far too much effort. Though, if I must, I will kill your mother, in addition to your dear people.
Oh, so that's it. You were trying to protect your mom.
Precisely what is it you are hoping to accomplish, Elfric?
To resurrect someone I lost long ago, no matter the cost.
Sorry for calling it, guys. I didn't mean to do it.
Surely there are those for whom you'd do similar.
Perhaps. Even so, never would we annihilate those we care for.
There's nothing I wouldn't do. Nobody I wouldn't trade to see the light in her eyes once more.
Whoa. That lady looks real dead, pal.
She is. For now.
You're gonna regret this, Elfric.
I accepted the regret I might feel from this long ago. As long as she returns, nothing else matters. Yuri, if you think you'll be pulling anything funny, think again. The Knights of Saros won't save you. No doubt they're indisposed right now on some mission or other.
Well, that's a damn shame. The whole evil villain look really doesn't suit someone as pious as you, Elfric.
Fury Bird, I could.
Not yet.
It is time. Take them. Your blood will pour forth, filling the chalice.
You really are a fool.
You were diligent, Yuri. You kept me abreast of all the Ashen Wolves' movements. As recompense for being such a good student of my flock, I will gladly hear any final words from you.
That's fresh. If you knew me at all, you'd know these won't be my final words. I'm simply biding my time. For the goddess's descent. Can you hear it? She's coming.
Bells? This late at night?
Yeah, you hear that, Elfric? That's the sound of your demise. The Knights are releasing my people as we speak. The ones you locked up and hid away.
How did you know about that? Wait, the Knights of Seros?
Like I said, the evil villain look really doesn't suit you. I know it was you who sent me on that mission, that ultimately led to me landing in Abyss. Overall, your execution was lacking. Lady Rhea has been on to you as well. Oh, and just so you know, I've been working for her since before I ever began working for you. She had me keeping an eye on you. Told me to inform her if you seemed to be planning anything.
You!
But you took those I care most about hostage, which limited my options. You chained up the wolves, and kept a tight grip on my rogues in Abyss to ensure I wouldn't betray you. I struggled with whether or not to tell her everything. After all, my allies' lives were on the line. I deliberated on what to do next, knowing I'd have to rely on my own cunning to see this through. I waited for the chance I could rescue my mother and allies, all while paying lip service to you. Until today, the day you pulled all your forces in so you could attempt this ritual. You're no villain, with that sticky conscience you call a heart tripping you up. Not like me.
I see. You were one step ahead of me all this time. It matters not. The ritual has begun. There's no stopping it now. You will all die. Just a bit longer.
Don't think for a moment.
But you're getting off easy, pal! Seriously, boss, did you have to tie us up so tightly?
Sorry, Bothus. I figured those little tears would be enough for you to break through the rope.
I may be the unbeatable king of grappling, but I'm also bleeding profusely. You didn't wonder why it was taking me so long? Think next time, yeah?
I haven't the slightest what you two are jabbering on about, but please untie our ropes as well.
You're talking. Do it yourself. I dispelled the silence from you ages ago. Or hadn't you noticed?
Oh, I see.
It's great that we're not tied up anymore and all that, but we're still being actively drained.
I've invested everything to ensure my success today. My private funds. A veritable army. Surround them. Don't let them escape. The ritual will not be stopped.
Why won't it cease? We are freed, and yet our blood still drains from us?
Well, this wasn't part of the plan.
This is no laughing matter. Our very lives are ebbing away.
Stop panicking, Constance. You know I'm never unprepared.
You've always got a trick up your sleeve, don't you? I can hear your secret plan running our way.
It's also hopping our way. We need to do some prep. Yeah, let's do a little bit of prep before we jump into this next fight. Holy shit. So none of the Ashen Wolves can fall We have 20 turns. All we gotta do is kill the command.
Ah, I don't know what's happening here, but it definitely doesn't look good.
Can this really be the Rite of Rising? What precisely is going on?
Their blood is being drained and then transformed into raw power. That's a lot of blood. Too much blood. This is hard to watch.
Could you step within the magical vortices beside us to obstruct their flow? Quickly now! It is crucial to halting the Rite of Rising. The vortices are repelling the crests of the apostles. We can't block them ourselves.
If you place someone other than those students from the Ashen Wolves on top of the vortices, you can thwart it. There are 20 turns until the ritual is complete. Stop it.
Look, we really want to help, but right now we just can't. Please do what you can.
Yeah, it's not great. And then he be up there. Wow, he's just straight up targeting her. What a prick. They can't move, right?
Yep.
No, they can. They can totally move. Well, how about that?
Sure thing.
Sure, why not? Let's start ripping through these guys. Try and take the main boss out as soon as possible. You know what? Yeah. Let's try and hinder these dudes.
Sally forth!
Hold on. Let's move you in, but not exactly there. How about doing something like this? See what we can do. Okay, yeah, it's definitely going to be a cast a spell type of dealy. We'll do the one person who can't really move.
There's no masking my splendor.
All right, you're taken out. You're gonna get targeted though, which ain't great. Now let me double check the way I'm thinking this should go. It just says defeat the enemy command. I'm just saying. I'm saying we find a way to just rush these assholes. It's over. They're done.
I'll cut through.
So naturally, I will do that, and not anything logical. That is the KZ way.
Ready and willing.
This is gonna be tough though. We'll have to feel this out and figure it out. We'll see how much they play tested this and see the potential of me just bum rushing. We'll see how it goes. Wait, hold on. Do one of these. Nah, save it. Who else needs to move? Ah, yes.
Let me at it.
Ball this. I sure hope he didn't get hit there. Okay.
So, this is how it feels. Infinite power flowing forth from the chalice. Without the chalice's protection, I doubt anyone will survive.
So this will kill everyone, including your allies, and you don't even care? We have to stop this now!
Gotta do what we can. He looks tired, so I assume he's dead. Oh. The other two can't be hit. Thankfully, we primed him up. Oh my! Edelgard, you're just done. Nice dodge. I'm gonna close my eyes and just hit start. Hey, we did it. Ow. 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 All we gotta do is beat you and then it's over. Oh no! He no. We don't do damage. Why not? Why don't we do damage to you? Why Fine. We'll push in the main squad. We'll get them over there. Wait. Do something like this. Then, yeah, that works. We must hinder them as much as we can. Push you here. Take this guy out. And now I do something like this and then curved shot you. Thank you for that level. I needed it. All right, you're gone. There's not enough space here for me to be able to hit you. Yeah, might as well go for that, I guess. Alright. We're in an okay spot for now. But next we gotta choose our physic target. Yeah, we don't want any of the main four dying. Okay. Yeah, I gave you concoctions. Yeah, get yourself back up. Who's all gonna target you? All three of these guys. Not great.
It's adorable.
Nice. I should at least bait one attack. Might as well. Okay.
Soon she will be brought back to me. Should anyone attempt to get between us, they will sorely regret it.
Holy shit. Oh my. Dimitri, no! You were one of my good ones. Oh, you're so close to death. Not good.
Okay.
She had one health left. Holy crap. Okay, you've been tended to.
You're certain?
You'll get back in action next turn, but not yet. Let's move you here. Gambit. Your Gambit could hit a couple of these guys. Alright, can we get you to kill something? Yeah. Even if you die next turn, I just need you to kill something for me. Make it feel like some shit matters here. You attack this one because the other one that you're next to can't move. And it'll just die to Byleth counterattacking.
Sure, pal.
You stay right here. Heal up.
Up to you.
No one's gonna target you from here, which is neat. I have ideas, but for later. Alright. We've cleared a lot of dudes. You're looking a little bit better. In fact, all 4 of them are in pretty decent health ranges. Yeah, you need to deal with this guy. Alright, yeah, there goes Ash. Happy takes some damage I don't like there. Linhardt is dead, no more heals. As expected, that happens. Yeah, I don't like any of this. I guess I should have you just, yeah, do a spell. Okay. Put you about here. Alright, that guy's taken care of. Now we just need... You can't reach our main baddie. So knock this dude out. Alright.
Sally forth.
We have assembled. I guess they're making it so that these characters, because they're so close, they just can't deal damage to him. That's the only thing I can assume.
Sure
All right.
thing.
I cannot reach with that. That was my plan the whole time. Is do this to ensure that you can definitely get up to him. Go to about here.
Be mindful.
We could Ruptured Heaven this guy. No, none of this does damage. I don't want. Do they seriously intend for me to stop the ritual? And the ritual is empowering him. Fine, I'll go do it. It makes no sense, but we'll do it.
Well done, but you must staunch the flow from the other vortices too.
No.
Do I even have enough units to hit every vortices? I don't actually. I have 1, 2. I only have 3. I only have enough to get most of these. And
The ritual. It cannot fail.
it totally can.
Now that we've stopped the ritual, all that's left on the agenda is defeating Elfric.
It matters not whose blood it is anymore. Even if I must use your blood to see this through, I will.
Okay, crazy. Well, we're gonna get to fucking work in a second here, and then I'm gonna put you in the fucking
Sure thing.
ground. All right. This only took maybe about 10 minutes to get handled, and for the most part, I think we're in a good spot. Edelgard's the only one who's been moving recently, so let's finally get some of you out of these spots. Overall, this mission isn't too bad. It's just unfortunate that he becomes invincible. I wish I knew that ahead of time, so I couldn't try my strategy of fun mode, which is just trivializing it by going up to him and punching him in the face. Hey, maybe you make the description of your mission a bit more direct. I'm just saying, you're not moving at all. I don't want you getting smited. You can move though.
I have not wanted any harm to befall you. As you are her child, she'd have wanted you safe. But if you insist on getting in the way of this, I have no choice but to strike you down.
Holy shit, you did a lot more than I expected.
Predictable.
Whew. Take that, my assailants.
Be mindful.
Well, I'm alive. Which is kind of a shock, but we're alive. Yeah, move a little bit more. Move a little bit further.
Let me at him.
Huh, you can heal. That's neat. Oh, nice. You can reach her. All right. I think we're at the climax.
Stay focused.
He's like, well, guess I lose. No, not yet. Not yet. We have some moves we'll need to do. Yeah, some sacrifices will need to be made here. As much as I wanted to try and see if I could get him close, but it looks like I can't even move that much. I'm doing the best I can do here. I can get Deadeye, but it really fucks my accuracy. We just got fucking blessed. A crit, and it was a 47% chance to hit or some shit? All right, let's go home. Good stuff.
Not yet. There's still time.
Nope. All right, that wasn't too bad.
Professor, you would raise your sword against me?
You're trying to sacrifice four people and doing necromancy and shit.
Your mother lies here, waiting for us, waiting for you. Don't you want her back?
Teach, is that true, or is he just trying to freak us out? If so, it's kind of working.
You have no proof that it's her.
There is no room for doubt. I know her appearance better than anyone. This is her. An upstanding nun who married Gerald. She died 21 long years ago.
You cannot expect us to believe that someone who died 2 decades ago is still in such pristine condition.
Incredible, isn't it? It's as though she remains untouched, even after all these years. Perhaps her body differs from others. Beautiful, ageless, perfectly preserved by some secret only she knows. Whatever the case may be, it is strange, is it not? It's been 10 long years since I found her. I came across her body, frozen in time, deep underground. I have worked tirelessly to solve the riddle of her death and bring her back to life.
Halt, Elfric.
Rhea, you are the cause of this. It was you who killed her when she gave birth to a child who made no sound. Tell me what you've done to her. Why does her body remain while her spirit does not?
I owe you no words on the matter. But I will tell you this. She made the choice to die, that her offspring might live. I respected her will. Nothing more. Elfric, just as I viewed her, so do I view you. You are as my own child. Please, Cease this futility.
Oh, you expect that I should believe you without question? You see her lying here before you, and yet you owe no words. Rhea, I am finished with you. The only thing that remains to be done is to complete the ritual.
Hurry. He cannot have gone far.
Let's end this. I guess,
Yes,
I
we
don't know.
must stop him at once. Let's figure out where he disappeared to.
True, it's playing that music that plays usually when we're at the end of these things. Yeah, let's do it. Da, 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 da.
What about you? You don't look like you're up for much of anything right now.
It'll take a lot more than that to stop me. If anything, I feel speedier with less blood weighing me down.
Probably for the best that he drained us. Otherwise our blood would be boiling.
You guys are gonna pass out from blood loss.
Ugh, speak for yourselves. I feel atrocious. We must end this, and swiftly.
Count me in.
So we're all on the same page. But first things first. Let me see that. Why the hell didn't you tell us?
Sorry I had to use you all. But there wasn't much choice. Someone would have died for sure otherwise.
It could have been any of you. It could have been one of my rogues. Someone from Abyss. Who knows?
You imply that you didn't trust us enough. I am incensed by you, Yuri.
Use me or don't. But it would have been nice if you'd asked us first.
Look, I get it. Your people were being held hostage. You were between a rock and a hard place. But I thought we were pals. Buddies till the end.
I need you. All of you.
Alright, I think this fool gets the picture. Time to find that other fool and take him down. You'll help with that, yeah?
Obviously.
I love the lip on this one.
To me, growing up in the shelter of the monastery, she was my world. All of the memories I hold of her, learning, growing, walking hand in hand, she left me in awe. If that's what makes her happy, then I will watch her walk away with warmth in my heart. If that is truly what will make her happy, surely he will make her smile. That's all I wanted for her. To Citri, confined within the monastery walls, he was her world. I saw the way her eyes glimmered when they spoke, and her otherworldly smile when they became engaged. The look on her face when she told me how happy she was to bear his child. It was enough for me to see her happiness, to witness it from a distance. She breathed her last 21 long years ago. I have never forgotten. She died before she could see the face of the child whom she had so lovingly nurtured. The funeral was a solemn affair. We gathered in the graveyard, said our farewells, and watched as her casket was lowered into the soil. That was the end of her story. Or so I thought, until 10 years ago, when I found her. Her remains, hidden deep within Abyss. She looked as beautiful as ever. Cindered Shadows, Wolf Pack.
Elfric, cease this at once.
It is too late. The chalice is filled to its brim with the blood of the Four. Should their blood prove insufficient, I will spill even my own blood to finish this.
The chalice cannot return her soul, Elfric. It is incapable even of returning the body to life.
Please, you must stop.
Be not afraid. Today your mother returns to us. The time has come. Perhaps I am not an equal man to him. But I am here by your side, Citri. Citri.
The chalice. It absorbed both of them.
An aberration. What is it? An umbral beast?
So I see. It is just as the last time the ritual was performed.
Is this really happening? Elfric turned into that thing?
Ugh, it does seem like some kind of sick joke.
So this is the Rite of Rising? Quite the dangerous ritual, if you ask me.
Lady Rhea, monsters have appeared at the cathedral. Could it be? Perhaps his roar drew them there. Everyone who is capable must fight this beast, now.
Archbishop Rhea. Things ended up this way because of me. Please allow me to make up for it.
Yuri.
But give me a chance to hold up my end of the deal. Let me fight for the church.
So very like you to steal the glory in the heat of the moment. Elfric used us. He lied to us and attempted to slay us. Despite that, he provided shelter when I had none. We must end things swiftly, for his sake.
He's never going to be normal again, is he? For all those years, he tried to make this happen. Bring her back, only to lose himself. It's pretty awful.
He made his choice. All we can do is accept it. Let's do all of us a favor and take him out real quick like, yeah?
We'll help too. Together we stand, together we fall.
Yes. You can rely on us until the very end.
Time to lower the curtain on this unfortunate tale.
Let's do this.
Please act swiftly, but with great care. By my order. Stop the umbral beast. Stop Elfric.
Yeah, there's no more hub stuff, it seems. Seems like it's just time to just jump in there. All right. Hold on. Oh. Let me get a liquid. Let me get this water. I need to be prepared. Ooh, this map already looks super cool. All right. Let's try. Let's finish strong. Replenish. How's everybody looking? Not great. Not great on that 11th sword. Your Vajra has about half left. Armor Slayer is a little ugh. Edelgard's fine. You're fine. You're also fine. You're fine as well. And you're good. Okay. Hold on. What we can do, let's go to each person's items. There's a marketplace before every fight, so let's get all the bullions. This is it. This is the fight for me. Let's cash this shit out. Sell. All right, we're getting a clean 10,000 here. Blacksmith, forge. We never did get enough. We never did get enough to give this thing like 11 sword plus, which kind of a bruh moment, but you know, whatever. Let's go here, repair it. Umbral steel, yeah. Let's bring that thing back to full power. Hold on. Anything we can forge here that'd be decent, you think? What are they selling at the armory that might be worth messing with? Silver sword. Yeah, silver sword and killing edge are probably good things. Just buy one. Buy a silver sword. And then... don't want to get a silver bow? Yeah, I do. Honestly, get 2. We'll just give 1 to each of our bowmen. So you can get 1. I guess the... oh, this is the purchase menu. Let's go into inventory. And give ourselves your nice stuff. And apparently Yuri has the other one. Trade with Ash the Ash had a bullion the whole time. That's funny. Here, you can take his money. And hold on, did I get you a sword? I did not. Switch out the steel sword. Let's go in here. No, I thought I bought a silver sword for this dude, but I guess I did not. Okay. That's fine. What he has now is more than sufficient. Yeah, fucking buy him one. Yuri, this is your lucky day. I'm gonna give you, no, I can't afford that. Wait. I will not allow myself to be owned like this. Armory, buy it, you. Alright, this is about the best we're gonna get, folks. Units. We're kind of looking at something like this. Can we... unit info? There's a map. Who are we allowed to move? Anyone we want. Okay. Well, in that case, do something like this and this. Foul play is really useful. This map is just this guy? I didn't even look at that shit. You know that ain't gonna be true. They're gonna put like 800 million dudes here or something really stupid. But we gotta kill this dude 4 times. Condition. Beat the commander. Okay. I think I'm ready to go.
This magnificent cathedral will collapse if this continues for much longer.
That abomination sure as hell isn't going to back down. We've got no choice but to go all in.
He's isolated. Let's surround him. Close the distance in one fell swoop.
Don't be rash. Conventional rules don't apply in a battle like this.
He's right. We have no way of knowing what that beast is capable of.
Well, we should probably start hitting him or something. Hold on.
I'll cut through.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Sure thing.
That's fair.
Let me at him.
I'ma have you punch him. Numagale Eviscerate. Sure.
I intended to take one for the team, but damn. This thing is way uglier than I thought. Ha! Perfect. This will be one for the history books.
Alright, all it did was crack it. That was my fear.
I'll give it my all.
Fear's been real. Deadeye, steel bow, 80%. The counterattack's a real drag.
Stay focused.
Oh, I can only attack this square directly in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, I can only go that one in front of me. That kind of sucks. Go for it. We gotta break multiple pieces, most likely, if we're gonna break through them. We can't just do one. God. That's still not enough. Bolting can work, though. My God. She'll basically die.
Yep.
This is gonna be rough, because mostly because
Ready and willing.
so many stocks of health. You gotta kill him 4 times, and it's like pulling teeth already. This is gonna be sure is gonna be something. Physic on a you. What? Why?
I'm not sure I can fight him.
Don't worry, Happy.
The beast can feed off these.
Its wounds are healing.
I can summon things that heal me by me sucking them out. That just seems like infinite currency, you cheating umbral beast. Oh God, this fight fucking sucks. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we need to pick these guys off 100%. We don't need them clowning. All right, next up, put you here. No, you don't do a lot. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be me. Either way, I get hit, so fuck it. Critical! That's 1. Okay, good. Now he's even stronger. How fortunate for me. Let's assist by using Physic, because I do not need you dying. You're our best damage dealer. Alright, none of those will kill. We'll focus on you in a second. Concoction? Yeah, switch that out. And where will you move now? You will get the fuck away. Silver Sword.
Adorable.
Alright. That is all of his backup for this turn dealt with, because you know that they're going to bring those motherfuckers back.
Move carefully.
You die if you go in. Shit. That's tough. We'll have to use moderation here. Oh, nice. You can just get it with hand axe. Is that enough to break it, though? Yes. Nice. Maybe one of the other types?
This is what comes of meddling with a sacred tool commissioned by the progenitor god. But clearly it's too late to scold you at this point. For now, we must focus on dealing with the result.
Yeah. She may... oh, wow. I did not expect the crit, but I was going to say she may not do much damage, but what else can she do, you know? So, might as well bring her in to do this stuff. Same goes for you.
He's gone now. Transformed into that thing. Sometimes the world's too horrible to wrap my head around.
Yes! That was really lucky. All right. 2 more. He's gonna hit a lot harder coming up here. What now? Summoning more dudes? Oh.
I didn't expect that. We'll call it a stalemate.
What the heck was that? We all got moved to different positions.
It's some brand of spatial distortion magic. I haven't the faintest how to defend against it.
Damn! Don't let that thing catch you alone. It's too risky.
Yeah, don't be reckless. Stand united.
That really sucks. He gets all of his barrier shit back, and everyone's completely discombobulated. A perfect counter to how anyone would play this game, though. Where you group everyone up in the room and just murder it. Forgive me, I had a moment. I had a
Use
moment.
caution.
Yeah, you'll die doing that. You'll need assistance.
I'll give it my all.
Thank you for the crit.
Stay focused.
Well, I can't reach anyone else, so. 41 is pretty good. I'll take the damage, but we'll get it healed up. Never mind. Never mind, no need.
I could use a break.
Yeah, this turn will be about recovering.
Sure thing.
Okay, this isn't as scary as I thought it was, but we'll see.
Sure, pal.
Okay, so long as he didn't do that shit again. Yeah, I can deal with this.
Let me at him.
Okay.
I wanna go
We need to
home.
start breaking shit. We need to start breaking shit now. Except you. You should pass your turn. You can heal. Okay. Alright, then we'll blow a turn having you get up here physicking her. We need damage dealers poking him in the ass in various different ways. Stat. Javelin. There we go. Javelin will allow you to get to the side here and hit him in the corner.
Use caution.
Okay, good. Run backward.
Who, me?
Have you go here and hit this spot. That'll hurt, but there. That got it. That will do nothing and you'll die. Okay. Good to know. Get you away from him. That's pretty good, but again, we run into the major problem of characters dying. We done. I do not need her dying at all. We'll see how it goes. A gambit of some description.
If you count on us.
I keep forgetting to use these. Oh god, it's this shit again. This is bullshit that it can do it in between stocks like that. They loaded this thing. Oh, and it fully heals? Yeah, this boss sure is. Not good. I'll just say it frankly.
Sure.
Not good. It gets all of its guard back and you have basically 2 turns to stop it. Like, fucking, are you high?
I want to go home.
I forgot that that's not gonna be enough on these guys.
At my limit.
Man, so many of my party members are fucking done. They're like, yo, we are spent. And I'm like, I don't blame you. This fight's bad. Let's see.
I want to go home.
And I gotta take these guys out, or they end up being sacrificed to this thing to heal. And this thing starts healing.
Sure
And
thing.
I will start being unironic when I'm saying this is a bad fight. When that starts fucking popping up, that's when all fucking bets are off on that shit. See? Wait, all bets are off because it just healed.
Could be worse.
I would be much nicer to this if that whole roar thing it did not bring back all of its armor. Doesn't matter which I choose here. It'll still do the same.
Stay focused.
Then I come in with you. What would a gambit do? It'd do a little bit of damage, but nothing great. Knowing that you're low with that is good to know. Yeah, silver sword then. That's gonna be it. Oh, nice. The crit is definitely what we need here.
Who, me?
Cut through.
Yeah, you can hit and then follow up immediately. Oh. Well, we won. That's it. We won. I'll give my thoughts on the last fight after the story stuff.
It is finished. Well done, everyone. Because of you, her restless soul has finally found peace. Professor, I imagine you have much on your mind.
My mom, you know.
I was there the day she brought you forth into this world. Citri had always been frail. Giving birth proved to be too much for her in the end. On that fated day, it looked as though neither of you would survive. In those final moments, she spoke, saying, "My heart, give it to my child."
From the beginning, my heart wouldn't beat.
That is correct. The heart that lies within your chest is none other than hers. It was the only way that you could be saved. But Citri loved others, much as a human might. And I loved her in return.
Am I misremembering this game's plot, or is this a new detail? Like, I knew that, you know, she died at childbirth, and then you know, a crest was embedded in our heart, right? But I don't... Okay. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's bad or anything. I just don't remember that being a thing. So that's interesting. Why wasn't she buried?
Citri looked upon me as though I was her mother, and I wished for her to have a bright future. I would not have her buried in the cold, dark soil. Prior to her funeral, I arranged for a fake burial. Afterward, I brought her body to Abyss, where I would sometimes visit her. I never thought that anyone, especially Elfric, would find her. I did not expect for such a tragedy to ensue.
Boss.
Wait till you see the other
something you gotta
tragedies
tell
that are
me.
going to happen.
Was Elfric really just using us all that time?
How should I know? I mean, he always acted that way around me, like we were a means to an end. But the church records indicate he founded the Ashen Wolf House 15 years ago. He mentioned he found Citri 10 years ago. So it seems he really did mean well, at first.
What's done is done. He's gone, and we're here. That's what matters now.
You're always so quick to adapt to change, Happy. I should follow your example.
Yeah, you always get to the heart of things quickly. Right then, I've got a lot to take care of now. I need to fill the church in on all the details about how things actually played out. And with my people freed from the monastery prison, they'll need to be accounted for.
Good luck with that whole mess. I'll be rooting for you from afar.
Surely you'll let us know if there is any way at all we can help. We'd be just thrilled.
Hell, if you want, your people can be my people. I could use some good mercenaries to watch my back.
Enough already. I get it.
It's no less than you deserve.
What you have sown, now you shall reap.
You made your bed, now shut up about it, pal.
Anyway, what do you figure will happen to Abyss? The church will want to step in, no doubt.
You got me. After everything that's happened, things can't stay the same. The church will probably assign an official to oversee things. Hopefully whoever they choose knows how to get along with Abyssians well.
Let's worry about all that some other time, yeah? I could really use a tall drink and a long sleep.
I'm with you. I hurt in places I didn't even know could hurt.
It has been a terribly long night indeed. One I won't ever forget.
A terribly long night, but a beautiful morning.
You mean to say that you are us?
Yes. After speaking with the Cardinals, my decision is final. The Ashen Wolf House was originally established for youths who are in need of the Church's protection. Somewhere along the way, that intent was corrupted, and it ultimately became a cage for you. The Ashen Wolves are officially disbanded. You can consider this a graduation of sorts.
You can doll this up by calling it graduating, but you're the one who sent me to Abyss to begin with. Now you waltz in here and tell us to just go live our lives as if none of this ever happened?
You may continue living in Abyss, of course. Abyss will always be a refuge for those who need it most. Your chains have been unbound. You are free to live as you wish now.
You ask me, this feels like good timing. Sounds pretty alright, Rhea.
After all I have been through, I must say I feel immense gratitude at the prospect of living freely.
You're just going to let me go? While I was working with the church, I still did some unsavory things.
You have already been judged for your transgressions, Yuri. You have slain the undeserving. The weight of that is yours to bear. You have time to contemplate your actions now. That is punishment enough.
What's with the woe is me act? She's saying you're a free man.
True enough. It's up to me to determine how I'll live my life now. How I'll make up for what I've done.
You made up your mind quickly, despite having ample time to think it through.
Someone of my many talents must make decisions in short order. I'm in high demand after all. The Ferdiad Royal School of Sorcery demands my presence post-haste. How could I deny them? Soon, the name Nouvelle shall be renowned all throughout the Imperial capital. Prepare yourselves.
Didn't you already attend that school? Leaving and going back seems... well, good luck with that.
Maybe I'll try to see my family again. It's been forever, but now seems like as good a time as any to do that. The whole thing might be a drag though, so maybe I'll come straight back to Abyss.
I think I'll... yeah. Yep. I'll find a way to hit it big. Make tons of money. It's about time the indebted king of grappling finally paid down all those damn debts.
You could always ask my brother to help you out. Seems like a good way to go, really.
Borrow from Holst? That's a hard no. Wouldn't dare to trouble my best pal like that. That's enough about me. What are you going to do now, boss?
Yeah, who knows? For now, I'll take some time to think. My main concern at this point is taking care of my people back in my hometown.
You mean you'll continue your former line of work?
No need to beat around the bush. And yeah, that's the plan. It's what I'm best at. But I can approach things differently now. Change how I live. Find ways to thrive in peace, you know?
Makes sense to me. I wish you all the best.
Thanks, friend. Right back at you. We both deserve to live our lives freely. I may end up back home after all this, but I worry about how my rogues here would fare without a boss.
Always worrying about everyone but yourself. Stop with that already, yeah?
I'll look after Abyss.
There you go, being cute again. Though I'm certain if you're around, Abyss and everyone in it will be just fine.
We'll keep an eye on Abyss as well. Isn't that right, you two?
Absolutely. That place is a treasure trove of secrets. Just try to keep me away.
I trust your motives are not all so selfish, Claude. And yes, we promise to protect Abyss in your absence.
Boss! Boss! You can't just leave us high and dry like this! Where will we go? What will we do?
I should have known. Humans are adaptable creatures. They'll sort it out just fine.
Relax, will ya? We all know Yuri's not the type to abandon his pals. He's a guy who always turns up when he's needed. Hell, we should all be taking notes from him.
The world's a dreary place. We could all use a little help now and again.
As long as we're all here for each other as true friends, we can live our lives to the fullest.
Friends.
You heard me. You're all my friends. You matter. You always will.
That seems like a good note to end on.
Sure does. Get you later, pals. I mean, friends.
With that, I bid you farewell.
And so it is. Until next time, friend.
The end. I'm doing a clap. It's one of those American things you do. Yeah, doing one of those. Pop it. Okay, so I thought we'd talk a little bit. Now that that's done. Ah, here we go. Main story. Main story is here. So, Ashen Wolves is cleared. Blue Lions, Black Eagles, Golden Deer, all cleared. Let's load this one up. It's the one I know that's just in the hub. I would like to talk a little bit about the DLC and my closing thoughts in general. First off, let's talk about that last boss. You know what? We'll start with the DLC as a whole. We'll like start from the beginning, and then we'll like push toward it. So I was really excited for this DLC. One, when they said that it was a thing separated from the main game, I think that was a good choice because there is a worry of like, what do you have to? Is it like summon? Oh, here we go. To travel to Abyss, speak with a shifty merchant. This returns to like the entrance. Yeah, because I know you can recruit. You can recruit the 4 members, and they have time skip designs. They also can like you can get supports with them and everything. I think that's neat. First off, but I like that it was separated from the main story because I was worried it'd be like, say, the Souls games where you have to progress to a certain point in the game and then activate something, and then it would bring you. It would bring you into the DLC zone. It being a side story, I think works, and the game does an okay enough job to establish at what point it exists in. Overall, it has some interesting ideas, like limited supplies, going from battle to battle. It has a story that it tells, and it tells it pretty quickly. You can see the twist from a mile away, basically. But I think it does everything okay. Fight-wise, I kind of stand by some of my statements I said even from like some of the previous chapters, where I feel like the enemy count that they presented here was a little bit too much for my personal tastes, where at times it just felt like they were layering on a few too many enemies. There are some points where it made sense, though. Like that choke when in the chapter in which we're being chased back into Abyss, and like a new one appears every time you walk past gates. I understand how that works, and I think that's okay. But there are times where they just kept adding enemies. That chapter in which there are the magic stones that you activate, and I'm not sure if you pick the one on the far left, it ends automatically, or if it's random, or if they do expect you to do it every time. There was just some parts there, and there were aspects of this DLC that are clearly the intent is to make the game harder for people, and it definitely was what had some of the harder maps. It felt like it was a DLC filled with story-based paralogs instead of story-based missions, because most of Three Houses' main game, with the exception of a couple of moments when I was underleveled, is pretty cheesecake. That being said, the final boss, let's talk about that. We hit up this final boss, right? I think that final boss isn't that great. I have some major issues with it. Mainly the fact that it reclaims all of its shields when it teleports away, and it teleports every 2 turns. It becomes this thing of, despite the fact that you have these enemies on the field that are going to heal it, it almost makes more sense to get a kill on the boss and like major damage on it before you even attack the dudes around him, because he's gonna leave. You basically start turn 1, move in on the boss. You can barely reach him. Maybe you'll get one pot shot on one of his shields. Cool. Turn 2, they've summoned 3 backup soldiers. If you've damaged him at all, it will probably get healed. Turn 2, you spend the rest of it using gambits and various things to shatter the shields and murder as many stocks as you can. If you luck out, you can get maybe 2. But otherwise, you get 1.
Right.
Then turn 3, he jumbles everyone's starting like positions. He teleports, all of his shields are back, and then he summons more dudes. And I feel like there are a lot of problems with that, in my opinion. One,
Yes?
I feel like they should have not restored the shields every 2 turns like that. I think that that's just a mistake. I don't think that that's very, very fun. On top of the fact that they're already throwing you around position-wise, and they already have these enemies coming out that can rip through you. There's a lot going on there that just feels like you could loosen up a multitude of aspects in that and make it a better fight. And I just feel like they did not do that. Either give you an extra turn, so it's every 3 turns he's doing the attack, where it's like you can attack for 3 straight turns before he's doing his thing again. Though some may say that might be too much. Or maybe you don't have him restore his shields when he does that attack, and the shields just get restored every time you take off a stock. Even that, I'd almost prefer to what we have here, and I just didn't enjoy it. By the end, I finally kind of figured out the method, which was just bum rush him as hard as possible. I think one of the issues that this DLC has for me in particular is it lacks a lot of the things that make me like Three Houses in the DLC itself. Like, what makes me like Fire Emblem Three Houses is, of course, I think the combat and the gameplay systems are fun, but I like doing supports with my party members and like learning their stories, learning how they interact with each other. I think that that's really great. I also like exploring a zone like this, like the monastery, and then teaching my students, and then getting my professor level up, then doing the life sim phase of choosing what I want to do seminars, maybe I want to teach them directly. All of that stuff is not in here. And on top of that, there's no way to grind in that DLC. There's no way to do like a free battle to make up for the fact that maybe some party members are lagging behind. And at that point, it just feels like a more hardcore battle maniac mode that is trying to fill that niche. And honestly, I just don't like that, because you get put into a situation where it's maybe some characters got bad stats, because that's how Fire Emblem works. And some people, like maybe some I'm sure old games were like that too, but I feel like the main game makes some strides in being approachable for someone who comes to these games for this. As someone who's new to the series, I came into this and appreciated Three Houses for doing certain things that the DLC just does not do. That being said, stuff like supports and interactions with the new students we got, that stuff is handled in the main game, because they add them to the main game. But I wish they had a truncated version of that here. I also kind of wish you could have chosen some of the people to bring with you instead of them just being set, honestly. I think Hilda's story connection is good, but the other two, I kind of wish you would have had choices and stuff. Maybe I want to bring to do, you know? But the story they told, really predictable in what they were building toward. But overall, I think it was okay. But battle-wise, I feel like these battles were needlessly difficult at times. Needlessly difficult. The last boss, I generally kind of just think is bad, and they should have shown a bit more restraint there. And the lack of grinding and stuff kind of feels weak. I think what the strength and what made so many maps in Three Houses' main game makes sense when they would just drop way too many fucking enemies on the field, which happened in Paralogs and other maps. What made those work is because you had the freedom to customize and build your characters. You would do certifications, you would train them, and the developers had to really accommodate. Like, they made some of those maps have so many enemies because, you know, they don't know how you've built your characters up, your squad. Here they kind of know, because they give you like a couple of jobs you can switch to for these characters. They're stuck at this level. You have no way to grind except for doing the fights that are here. So effectively, it just feels like there should have been less enemies here, but also there is the problem that they want this to be longer, you know? They do want to... There are plenty of people who don't care about any part of this DLC except meaty stuff like this. So they had to do as much as they could in the DLC to flesh it out. And having these big maps that take 45 minutes to clear, and 7 of those, especially given the fact that a route in Three Houses is about 20-ish chapters, And that's about a third. That makes sense. And making him big like that, I think, works. That being said, I also think the Abyss in general is a pretty big disappointment to me. I was excited at the concept of this underground area, and what happened was a couple of decent like catacomb maps. One of them I think is just straight up reused, because I think the one from the first fight you do against the Ashen Wolves is the same one when you're like escaping later on. And then when they're like, we've made it to where the chalice is, and it's the same fucking map you've seen in the main game, but they made it orange. Stuff like that's a bummer, you know? It just, I hate seeing how choked the budget feels on this. Because you think of the DLC and you remove it from the main game and you think of just that part.
No.
It is 7 chapters. The maps, for me personally, feel bloated. The final boss, a little too hard for its own sake. And you kind of feel like you're being choked because you can't grind. And so many of the mechanics that make Three Houses feel so fresh and great to me aren't present there. And that's a bummer. So overall, if I was to give my thoughts on the DLC, I'd probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10, something like that. I did enjoy it. I wouldn't say a 6 is terrible. I think it's all right, but it lacks the things that I like about these. And I would say if I ranked any other route in Three Houses, I'd probably give them an 8.5 at worst and a 9.5 at best with Blue Lions for me personally. I still really like Fire Emblem Three Houses. You can tell because we've done over 120 episodes of this damn series. And I came back again to do this. I think that's more than enough. Speaks to my thoroughness here. The only thing I'm not really doing is the church route, which is generally just because it's got the same map stuff as Golden Deer, but they changed out the ending, like finale stuff to make it different in certain ways. But I've gotten my fill of this game in particular. I hope in the future for Fire Emblem games, if I could, because this is it. This is like the end of my Let's Play as a whole. If I was to give my thoughts and hopes for future games, is they narrow the scope a little bit. Instead of doing 3 routes, I think 2 routes would be perfectly fine. I think 2 routes that are given the ample amount of time, budget, and care to the writing will be good, because Blue Lines is the only one that feels truly 100% satisfying the whole way. Because Golden Deer, despite me thinking that they wrote the characters well enough to make me care about them, unlike Black Eagles with Edelgard, plot-wise, it's very unimportant, though it does get a good endgame part. But yeah, overall, I think if they did something that was like 2 routes, keep the social life sim aspects stuff that they kind of did here. It doesn't have to necessarily be a school. I think you can figure out something to do with that. You do that, and yeah, just have more classes and, you know, other stuff like that. They've done a lot of things right with this. The sheer amount of voice acting, and just there's a lot going on. But I'm really satisfied with what I played overall. This DLC, though, definitely a disappointment for me personally. But that being said, I feel like I'd be more down on it if it was of this quality, but it was longer. I feel like I might have felt more negative about it just because it's like, oh, it's longer, so it overstays its welcome in a way. But 7 chapters, I guess it works out, you know? So that's gonna do it. That's it for Fire Emblem Three Houses for me. I'd like to thank everybody for supporting this series ever since, what was it, like June when this came out? It's been a lot of fun. It's had some rough spots here and there, but I'm happy to have done it. We'll cover whatever the next Fire Emblem game is, whenever that may in fact come out, where they will eventually put its character into Smash and people will be mad. It's funny how that works out. Thanks for watching. Videos like this are only possible thanks to the generous support of my supporters over on Patreon. And you can see the names of my various supporters going across the screen right now. But I did want to highlight my top-tiered supporters that are in 2 groups. First up, we have the Wayfinders. They include Azure Counselor, Dronic LX, Haas Bear, Javier Porksword, Lasky 3, Matthew Cassidy, Mitzi, Mr. I Like Bacon, and the Dungeon Master. But of course, standing even above them are my top-tiered supporters, the organization, the few, the proud, the 3 people that paid me $50 a month. They include Colleen Suarez, KC, and WTF Spider-Man. Thank you so much to all of my supporters, big and small. If you would like to contribute and make sure these videos can continue to happen, you can do so over at patreon.com/KZXcellent. Every little bit counts and is appreciated. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.